伝説のゲームってすぐリメイクされるじゃないですか。このスタンリー・パラブルは数ある伝説のゲームの中でもかなり伝説度が高いゲームなんで、今回はこのザ・スタンリー・パラブル・ウルトラ・デラックスでどれほど伝説的なゲームなのか見ていこうかと思います。それではやっていきましょうか。このゲームはどういうか、このゲー
This
ムは
is
ど
the
ういう
story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
このイントロだ
And
け
then
見て
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
察しのいい人はこれだけでどういうタイプのゲームなのか分かったかもしんないんですけど、トゥルーマンショーのような感じのゲームなんですね。主人公のスタンリーはこの指令に盲目的に沿いながら暮らしてきたんですけど、その指令がなくなってしまったと。じゃあどうしようかな。出ていきますと。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
会議室に向かうことにしましたとされていますけど、戻っちゃおうかな。戻れねえわ。
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
分かってきましたか、このゲームの趣旨が。
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
だからこうやって頭の中に流れてくる声に従ってもいいし、従わなくてもいい。それに応じてストーリーがダイナミックに変化するっていうゲームなんですね、これは。会議室に行けって言われたけど、ここら辺のものを触って回っちゃおう。なんも起きねえな。だからこれでね、また戻ったりすると、頭の中の声に文句言われたりするんだよね。言われねえわ。頭の中の声に捨てられちまったわ。ちなみにこのゲームソースエンジンなんですよね。つまり、Apex Legends と同じエンジンで作られてる。この続編はどうなのかわかんないけど。
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
左のドアに入りました。なるほどなるほど。あーっと足が滑った。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
なるほどなるほど。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
飲み物は何も手に入んねえな。
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
このナレーターもね、だんだん余裕なくなってくる。
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
おっと、メタ発言来たよ。次の部屋行っちゃおうか。飛びかけていかない。行けて、さすがにもうねえか。
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
あそこ入れって言われた？入らない。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
動いてる積み荷動かし機から飛び降りないでください。死にます。リフトの間違った使い方をしたら10万円の罰金。リフトから飛び降りたら50万円の罰金。なるほど、なるほど。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision.
Yay!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
いいね。こういうゲームマジでいいね。ポータルとか好きな人は絶対好きだよ、このゲーム。よし、私は一体どこにいるんだ、これ。ナレーター教えてくれ。
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
赤と青の扉があったら、赤に行きたいよな。なんでかっていうと、マトリックスでは赤を選ぶと違う世界に行ける。でも、青に行きたいという気持ちもある。結局このゲーム、すべての選択肢をやるには、アホほどやり直さなくちゃいけないんだよな。赤。
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here.
閉じ込められてんだが？お大丈夫かこれ。What
do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel
そんなでもないな。
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
メタ発言きたな。
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
あった。じゃあ帰るわ。そこまで言うなら。あれ特にこれ帰ったところでダイヤグなんもないなら、飛び降りちゃおっかな。ピュー。
No! Oh.
あ。
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please... No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
二人とも戻ってしまうって何なんだろうな。あ、まだ生きてる。
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
しゃあないな。
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
戻ってきたよ。
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that,
やっぱ
can't you?
やっぱこっち行こうっと。
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
このゲームアンダーテールみたいにこれやったらどうなるんだろう欲みたいなのがかなり満たされる。ふっヒュー。
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
あと1回くらい。もうだいぶ足遅くなってきたからな。もうダメかもしんね。あ。
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
戻ってきた。
All of his
という
co-workers
感
were
じで
gone.
何回もやりながらいろいろ試すっていうゲームね。あれが気になるな。青いドア。急げ急げ急げ。オッケー。と見せかけて、ここまで行く。よしよしよし。ここだ。さあ帰ってきたぞ。
Stanley walked through the red door.
オッケー。と見せかけて青。お
Perhaps
い。
she misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
オッケーオッケーオッケー。
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red. Red, you mean this one?
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
どうでもいいけど、これ、ソースエンジンのデフォルトテクスチャーね。これもそう。実製ペクス。
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
1くらいにしちゃおっかな。
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
お、スタンリー・パラブル世界ランキング。世界ランキングってなんだよ。 21.3% の人間がイントロをスキップしました。これがあなたです。9328人中9328ですって。友達に助けを呼んではどうですか？エラー、友達がいません。性格悪くなってきたな、このゲーム。
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
ああ、これも1。
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
お、
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
やばい。赤ちゃんが燃えちゃう。ボタンを押さなきゃ。
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
あ、終わった。
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
めちゃめちゃ拗ねちゃったじゃん。
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
お、これは
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man
Fireplaceだっけ
spying
これは。
on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
これはファイヤーウォッチっていう名作ゲームですね。確か。でも、やったことないんだよな。
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
あ、
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big,
と行か
insurmountable
せてく
walls.
れ。
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
なんだ？何のゲームだ次は。壁のあるゲーム。あ、ロケットリーグ。
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
ロケットリーグなのになんもね
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
普通にロケ
I
ットリー
think
グ
it's
って書いてあるし
sports
な。
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
やったー。ロケットリーグ人間の姿でやることになるとは思わんかったな。
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
車に乗らせて
experience.
くれ。
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
おー。
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
あーあー、何やってんだみたいな気持ちになるな、これ、本当に自分が。まあでも、アナウンサーの人の方が何やってんだって気持ちになってるから、こんなやけくそになってんだろうな。
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
あ、
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
なんでこった。完全に見放されてしまった。でもこのゴールの下、こっからなんか脱出できそうな雰囲気あるんだよな。ふう。
Hold on. What are you doing?
お
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
だんだん、ポータルみたいになってきたな。でも暗くて何も見えねえわ。あああ、どこだこれは、スタンリーパラブル1だ、これ。おああ、これは、いいね。さあ、果たして、どうなってしまったんでしょうか。お、あそこら辺は電気開いてるぞ。いやー、なんかこういうメタゲーム大好きなんだよな。ああ、この荒いテクスチャーの感じ、ソースエンジン。これ、でも、どうするわけ？触れるわけでもないし。帰るか。お！
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
何の操作も効かねえ。あ、いや、ロードが始まった。うわ何エンドだったんだ、今のは。いや、でもね、このゲームマジで無限に選択肢あるから、なんかパートに分けてもうちょっと違う選択肢もやってみたいね。まあ、ゲームオーバーになっちゃったし、今日はこんなもんにしとこっかな。じゃあ、面白かったらチャンネル登録お願いします。それでは、また今度。